Okay, I'll go ahead and call the EDA meeting to order. Again, our apologies for running a little late. We'll try to expedite this one a bit. Our first order of business is to elect a chair. Are there any nominations? Are there any nominations for chair?
Yep, I will nominate Brad Anderson.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
been moved and seconded. Are there any other nominations? Final time, are there any other nominations? If not, I'd ask for a unanimous ballot. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor, and we'll do a roll call vote on this. Commissioner Gresseth?
Aye.
Commissioner Anderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Flanders? Commissioner Betcher?
Aye.
Commissioner Jers?
Aye.
Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Chair. It's now
Thank
your
you.
meeting.
Thank you. We will move to elect a vice chair. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
Make a motion or nominate Todd Gresseth, and I will make a motion to cease nominations and cast unanimous ballot in support of Todd Gresseth for vice chair.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to nominate Todd Gresseth and to cast the unanimous ballot for Todd Gresseth. I'll call the roll. Linda? Thumbs up will work.
Oh, there she is.
Got a thumbs up. Susan?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd? And chair votes aye. Next item is to appoint members to the county EDA board.
That is a motion I will make.
I will second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the roll. Susan?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Linda? Got a thumbs up? All right, we got unanimous on that. Mary is on? Oh. And Mary, can you hear us? We're voting on vice chair. Are you in favor of,
Other board, voting on the board.
or we're working on the board now, to appoint the board and you as members of the EDA? Are you in favor of that?
Yes, aye.
All right, thank you. Motion to appoint the county attorney as the attorney for the EDA.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we appoint the county attorney as the attorney of record for the EDA. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the roll. Mary?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Linda? Linda votes aye. And Susan?
Aye.
All right. And then we need to appoint the finance director, or we have a choice to appoint the finance director as treasurer of the EDA.
So moved. Batcher?
Second. Gressett.
Moved and seconded to appoint the finance director as the treasurer of the EDA. Any discussion? Are you willing to take that, Brian? He is. That's good. All right, we will call the roll. Todd?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Mary?
Aye.
Linda? Linda's an aye. Susan?
Aye.
And Jason?
Aye.
All right. We now need to review and approve the meeting agenda, which we're almost to the bottom of. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. This is really just a formality. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the roll. Chair votes aye. Mary?
Aye.
Linda? Linda votes yes. Susan,
I'll vote yes as well.
Jason,
Aye.
and Todd.
Aye.
All right, review the previous minutes that were included in the agenda from December 8th of '22.
Move approval?
Second.
It's been moved and second to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the roll. Mary?
Aye.
Linda? Linda is an aye. Susan?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. Approve the contract for CDA services, and that contract is with CEDA. CDA services to do the EDA work. That's what the contract's for. Any questions on that? In a motion? Is there a second? Any discussion? We've used those for several years. The CDA people do a fantastic job, and the rate hasn't increased very much. No discussion? We'll call the roll. Linda? She's an aye. Susan?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. And Mary?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item of business, if I get my papers in order, is the EDA budget. You want to speak to that, or Andrea?
I can go
Thank
over it
you.
real quick. There's not much change over last year. The levy request is $98,074. I believe it's just under a 1% increase over the 2023 approved budget. The same for outside agencies are included in the EDA outside agencies, Southern Minnesota Tourism, Small Business Development Center, the Initiative Fund, and Red Wing Ignite. We also have the 2 abatements, which we've had in the past as well. So with that, this will be included in the overall budget that the board will be asked to approve at their next meeting.
Questions on that? To approve.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and second to approve the EDA budget. Any further discussion? All right. Susan?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Mary?
Aye.
And Linda is an aye. All right. Are there any, we have usually do an EDA summit.
Yes, and Ron is on to talk about that a little bit, because
All right.
as you know, remember, we did have to postpone it.
Right. Ron?
Good evening, good afternoon, commissioners. Just a quick note, we did have, are you okay with my voice?
No, I think it was Linda's phone. I think we're all right now.
Okay. We did have everything set for a summit earlier this year. The attendance was minimal in the registrations, so we did have some internal discussion and we decided to postpone the event until spring and relook at things that we typically do. And that is the length of the session, the number of speakers, and those types of things. So we will be coming back with a modified approach to what will happen for a summit in probably spring of 2024. So if you do have any thoughts or ideas or suggestions, we're very open to those and we can bring those in to the discussion. So that's all I had to bring up about it. If anybody has any questions, I can sure answer them.
Any ideas, any questions? Hear more about it and work on it, with all the,
Linda's got her hand up.
go ahead, Linda.
Hopefully you can hear me now.
We can hear you now.
All right, I feel like a commercial. All right, my only thought was that since we're having such difficulty getting people to come on board for this, that perhaps we might look at maybe another approach. I don't necessarily know what that would be. Maybe something more informal. But it's clear to me that this isn't working, and just try to do it again doesn't necessarily strike me as the best use of time. So that's an idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can look at, what other summits are happening and events are happening around these kinds of discussions around the other areas where Ron works, and see if we can maybe figure out something that will maybe get a little. We have had good participation, just of late it's been a little bit harder. It's been
And
hard. It's been
one of
hard
the
since
things that-
COVID, yeah.
Mr. Chair, one of the things that we will be looking at is, rather than having like a 4-hour session, our Housing Summit series was incredibly successful, where we would have a virtual session, it lasted about an hour, and I think we had like 7 or 8 different sessions of that, and those were well attended and very successful. So that'll probably be one of the formats that'll be looked at to bring back to you.
Yeah, you could do, maybe the process is to have a few summits like that, the 1 hour, and then have one at the end where you actually get together and go over a lot of that information that we shared through that process.
Right.
Maybe that would interest people more, but, okay, more to come on that.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else to come before this?
Mr. Chair, the only thing I have is I'd just like to note that we had a vacancy on this board, and we will be bringing forward Ryan Holmes, who's the mayor of Wanamingo, in Todd's district, for the county board's approval at the meeting on the 19th.
All right, and Mary, thank you for continuing to serve on this board. We don't meet very often, but thank you for continuing.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. We'll call the roll. Jason?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Mary?
Aye.
Linda?
Aye.
And Susan?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.